You ever had somebody immediately take the hill in Avatar Conquest multiplayer, and then you just look at each other like,
Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you!
well,
We don't do that here.
so let's get started. So I've brought my usual small funds contingent. I've got 3 Yari Ashigaru, 1 Fire Cav, and 1 Light Cav. And of course my General, and he also has a fear effect. And you can see in the corner there, I've also been given fear effects against me. I believe the Crow is Bad Omen. And I don't know what the Buddha statue is, but don't worry about it. It's not that bad. But of course, this map is a bay of many faces. As you can see from the minimap, there's a massive hill on one side. And what you find when you've played this map against other people online is a lot of people would just bum rush that hill. They think it's the most important thing. But I'm here to show you today, I don't care about the hill. You shouldn't care about the hill. No one should care about that hill. It's really easy to take no matter what you have on it. That's not to say high ground isn't important in Shogun 2. High ground can offer you significant advantages, including extreme buffs in your melee and the ability to win fights that you might have not otherwise. More often than not, though, you'll find dudes who you come across who think that's the be-all and end-all of Shogun 2, that high ground is high ground and that's all you need to know. Take the high ground and you'll always win. But they'd be wrong. So here, I'm positioning my troops near the choke point of the hill and moving to take the workshop dojo so I can get an advantage in the melee. Here you can see that he's positioned his general in one of his Yari Cav units, I think his only Yari Cav unit, at the base of the hill in an attempt to block me off. This is a bad idea, especially with your general if you're a low level player, because generals die quite easy. Even if you have a melee general, if you come up against an experienced player like me, I'm just going to laugh at you for trying to charge at me because I know how to deal with you. I'm either going to shoot you in the face, as a good player would, or just stack enough anti-cav units in your direction so I don't have to worry about you anymore. And here's where I'm starting my cav bait operation. So I know his Yari Cav's there, and what I want to do is I want to use my Fire Cav to get him off the hill and into an engagement that's unfavorable to him. So I'm hoping he'll pull back as far as right here where I can engage him on that slight incline, but he pulls back and I decide to go ahead and push him back into the forest anyway, because now that he's all the way in the forest, he's got a downhill disadvantage, right? So if he charges up at me from that position, he's going to unfortunately lose the fight for him. And as if turns into fact, I cackle maniacally as I watch my cavalry absolutely eviscerate his in the melee. And now I've accomplished keeping his cav at bay and he's sending his general out again. Now all I need to do is force him in a position where he's going to be unable to respond to any cavalry attempts and block him off from charging too far down the hill to get away from my cavalry charge. After a bit of a lull in the fighting, I managed to swoop my cav around after I took the dojo and get on his back line, and now I'm pushing up with my Yari Ashigaru to his front so I can lock them in, and I'm also pushing up with my general who also has a bow so I can maybe get some pot shots on whatever's behind him. And you see here I'm pushing into his back line, and he's only got swords so that's not a problem. Both of my cavalry units have a high charge bonus, so anything that's not anti-cav is going to get completely done in. And I noticed that might actually be a bad fight, so I start to pull away and I realize, well, I can just thread the needle right into his back and into his bows and he'll be completely messed up. So that's exactly what I do. And as the lines are about to meet, all I can think to myself is, man, this is going to make for a great video. I love taking people off hills. So his archers are already wavering and his other archer unit is trying to shoot my cav. He's trying to enclose on me, but it's not going to work. All I have to do is ping pong around to different targets and get off my charge bonuses. And because I believe his his Katana Samurai are vanilla, or at least close to vanilla, they route pretty easily. And now, for the sake of my sanity and yours, we'll just let the rest of the battle play out.